Have you ever wondered how much it costs to successfully build a large YouTube audience? Starting this channel has been one of the most exciting and expensive life missions I've ever embarked upon. Therefore, in this video, I'm revealing every dollar I've spent and every dollar I've made over the last 14 months and 120 videos. And the numbers might surprise you. If that sounds good to you, please consider crushing the like button for the algorithm, and let's dive in. Phase 1. After picking a room in my house to serve as my studio, I needed a solid desk as the foundation for everything else, and therefore Uplift Desk got me for $2,335. Next, I was ready for a camera. Based on reviews, I chose a Canon EOS M50. I had no idea what to do for a microphone, therefore I ordered a cheap lapel microphone with a cord to get started. The total for those items was $699. I then learned that I needed what were called soft boxes for lighting my face while recording, and selected a tripod for mounting the camera. I then realized that the tripod for the camera would take up way too much space, and also realized there was no way I could memorize video scripts, so those two needs combined to a teleprompter setup, and I moved the camera inside that. This came out to $390. This studio quality microphone and some cables set me back $481. But I also needed a device that externally supplied it with power, another $215. With the video and audio files recorded, I then needed video editing software. And at the recommendation of Mike Dillard, I started with Camtasia. It's easy to use, $249. Next up was stock media footage to cut into my videos. Total outlay to a company called iStock was $378. Besides the hardware, you need teleprompter software. It's a subscription-only service, so to date I've spent $97 on Prompt Smart Pro fees. A few PC monitors and captioning software for some of the shorts required another $250. Therefore, this phase 1 came out to a non-trivial $5,332. But despite that significant investment, my videos were not great quality. And here's what I learned during the phase 1 process overall. Camtasia worked fine for the 60-second shorts I was making, but when editing longer videos, it got bogged down and it was holding back my growth. Therefore, I upgraded to DaVinci Resolve Studio for $320. But to my great annoyance again, my quad-core Dell Precision laptop wasn't enough to run DaVinci Resolve. Therefore, I researched and bought a 24-core Dell desktop PC specifically for video editing, and that set me back another $2,731. 3 Dell-branded monitors, $613. I was still having microphone trouble. This finally got me the audio quality that I needed, and therefore saved my editing time dealing with things like low volume and hiss. Technically defined, Bitcoin is the first worldwide application to take advantage of blockchain technology. So you're thinking about a side hustle to make some extra cash, but there's a problem. I was constantly watching top-performing videos in the finance and investing niche, and used those videos to learn what else I needed to do. Therefore, I decided I wanted a top-down camera setup, as you can see here, so that I could record similar instructional diagrams on paper. The overhead rig to hold all of that was $402. Now, the camera and additional microphone for that setup were actually gifted to me, but I checked a similar setup on Amazon, and it's $869. Phase 2 had some other odds and ends, and it totaled another $4,447. Here's the very first video that I ever published, and here's one of my most current Phase 2 videos, so you can see the end result of all these investments over the 14 months. Now there's a separate expense category I want to mention to give you the most complete possible list of all costs, and that is the purchase of a coaching program offered by entrepreneur Mike Dillard. I spent $5,000 to be part of Mike Dillard's mentoring program. One key tip from Mike that transformed my plan related to a wealth building course which I had developed. I was planning to run paid ads directly to it at that time, but Mike pointed out that without an established audience of people, I would have a harder time selling that course. Rather, he suggested that if I could afford the time, to spend a year developing an audience instead, building trust brick by brick, and then offer products and services. And this channel is the product of that advice. Now, the fun part, the revenue. Except there is no revenue yet. This channel has, at the time of this video's recording, a little over 900 subscribers and 1,500 hours of watch time. But the minimums for YouTube monetization are 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So those numbers on the thumbnail are the exact truth. And if you like people telling you the truth, we probably hold similar values, and I propose you consider subscribing. What I've learned though is that I'm on the very cusp of revenue that will repay my investment. Our normal view count for my videos right now is in the 50 to 300 view range, but one video achieved 9,000 views and another achieved 15,000 views. Even months later, these two videos alone account for 71% of all my subscribers. The next step, therefore, is the 100,000 and 1 million view count range, which will immediately push my channel into monetization. And for a financial channel, 1 million views is likely to produce between $5,000 and $10,000 worth of ad revenue. So just a couple of these will pay back my entire investment, at least as measured in dollars. Other sources of income for an audience business include product sponsorships, affiliate revenue, and products or services offered directly by that company, such as the wealth building course that I referenced earlier. I'll start adding some of those options around the 50,000 subscriber mark. I mentioned earlier that this activity of making YouTube videos is, in more sophisticated business language, actually called audience building. If you're serious about building a lucrative side hustle of your own, don't miss my deep dive into why some side hustles fail and why others take off like rockets.